already said unfortunately said first pitch in 10 minutes, but they don't care.
We'll start in like a second. I can start it. No, we should get it going.
Okay, then I go.
Just let them know we're.
Yep. Game 2 of our Thursday doubleheader alongside our VP of Marketing, Mark Rogoff. I'm Cameron Ezair for the game between, the Sharks and the Brewers. Already had one game earlier today, an 8-4 win for the Warriors over the Wild after 8 unanswered scored by the Warriors. As the Sharks take the field and the Brewers will be up to bat. Pitching for the Sharks is Brandon Ross out of the University of Hawaii for Coach Chris Brown. Chris Brown, the head coach at San Diego City College. And on the other side, head coach Matt Burgandy of the Brewers. Both these teams 1-0 as they're looking to tie the hooks at the top of the San Diego League standings.
Yes, the Brewers with a first win over the Warriors on opening day. Sharks had a win over the Wave Riders the day after. So we'll see which team can join the hooks with 2 wins.
And if the Brewers win this game, then they take the outright lead early on in the season in the Land Division. And if the Sharks pull off the win, them and the Hooks will be 2-0 in the C Division.
Beautiful afternoon once again in El Cajon, California, the Christian High School baseball field on the Shadow
Mountain Church
campus. 77 degrees.
Oof.
Clear blue skies. I'm looking up. I do not see a single cloud.
It's beautiful.
Pretty typical San Diego summer day. Where else would you want to be?
As I'm going to read the 9 that are starting in the field for the Sharks. In left, Emilio Corona. In center, Noah Kagan. And in right, Kyle Casper. And then from third to first is Hughes, Jeffries, Andrade, and LaBarbera. And the starting pitcher for the Sharks, Brandon Ross, with Pereza behind home plate. The DH for the Sharks is Nick Ayala. As first up for the Brewers, Junior Coleman, who had 3 hits against the Warriors on opening day. Junior Coleman actually led everyone with hits, and I know you posted that thing on Twitter showing that Junior Coleman was the only one with 3 hits after the first 2 days of play.
Yeah, not too bad getting on base 3 times in your first game as the Western Kentucky product digs in.
As that ball's in the dirt, the count is 2-0. Pardon me, the count 1-1 to Junior Coleman. Here's Ross with the pitch, swing and a miss as the count goes 1-2.
90-mile-an-hour fastball there from Ross.
I talked to head coach Chris Brown of the Sharks before, and he said he knows Ross from Hawaii, has seen his stuff, liked it, and put him out there to start against the 1-0 Brewers. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Coleman. That one's low, ball 2. The count's even at 2-2. And just want to remind everyone, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen in the scoreboard, the guest team are the Brewers and the home team are the Sharks. The Sharks in gray and the Brewers in that tan color. Here's Ross with the 2-2 pitch. Coleman swings, and that's a blooper into right to the second baseman Andrade for the first out of the top of the first. So Coleman 3 for 3 on Monday, and he represents the first out in the top of the first. Up for the Brewers, Wyatt Hoffman, one of the 2 Hoffman brothers. His brother Quinn not in the starting lineup today, but could possibly see some time off the bench. Hoffman at second today for Matt Burgandy. Here's the pitch from Ross. Swinging a foul ball to the right side as the count's 0-1.
White had a good week of workouts last week. with the Brewers.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Wyatt Hoffman. Ross delivers. And that one just misses outside for ball one. And our chief operating officer, Connor Little, just wants to mention that Brandon Ross, who's on the mound right now, attends Hawaii. Hawaii, Connor's alma mater. Connor, of course, played in the Braves organization as well. Has done a lot of work on this field to make it look great here at San Diego Christian High School.
Brandon Ross got to Hawaii via Riverside Community College. He's a graduate of Vista Murrieta High School. Or did you already say that?
I did not.
Oh,
no.
good. Okay, getting new information
New
out there.
tidbits.
All right, just want to make
on
sure.
Brandon
Sorry.
Ross.
All right.
It counts 2-1. Hoffman swings, and that's fouled off to the right side. That counts 2-2. Hoffman attends the University of the Pacific as he went to Cathedral Catholic for high school. 3 at-bats in that win against the Warriors on opening day. A reliable second baseman, under 10 errors in 3 seasons with the Tigers. The breeze has picked up here in sunny San Diego. Ross delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swung on in a comebacker, but Ross is going to fumble it, and Wyatt Hoffman shows speed, but he does not get there in time as La Barbera with the catch from the pitcher, Brandon Ross.
Yeah, good hustle down the line by Wyatt. Ross bobbled it a little bit, but picked it up in time to get Wyatt out at first base.
Ross, good concentration after fumbling the ball in front of the mound. Gets it over to La Barbera, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the first as number 8 Dayton Dooney comes up for the Brewers. Actually just heard before this game that Dooney is transferring from the University of Arizona and going to Central Arizona.
Gotcha. Ross made 4 starts with Hawaii in 2020. 13 1/3 innings, 1.35 ERA, 12 strikeouts in those 13 1/3 innings.
Swung on to the backstop on the right side as the count is 0-1.
Did have 9 walks in the spring, but apparently was able to limit the damage in the shortened season. Pretty good, a 1.35 ERA if you walked 9.
Ross trying to retire the side here in the top of the first. Dooney takes that one for a strike as the count is 0-2. Dayton Dooney, 2 at-bats, 4 plate appearances against the Warriors on Monday, 1 hit, and that was a single and a run scored and a walk. Dooney played at Poway High School, lettered all 4 years, playing shortstop, as he'll be at third base for Matt Burgandy's Brewers. That one just misses outside. Brandon Ross already a quarter of the way to the dugout.
I think it was a couple inches off, but an absolutely great pitch with 2 strikes. That's a pitcher's pitch. Just didn't quite get the call. And speaking of third baseman on the Sharks, we got our
very
Hunter
own
Hughes out there, part of our summer staff. Collected a couple hits in his first game. That was nice to see.
As the count is 1-2 to Dayton Dooney. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. The count's 2-2. Still in search of a nickname for Hunter Hughes. We have one for our very own Andrew Reeder, who's on the Brewers. And just trying to find one for...
Right, Hunter Hughes' middle
Hughes.
name does not start with an
Starts
H.
with a J.
So yeah, we cannot call him Triple H. Maybe we can anyway. I don't know. Nah, we'll come up with something else.
Be a little more creative. We have a long season to go. Here's Ross with the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it all over again. The count's still 2-2.
That was 89 miles an hour on the corner. And Ross's best start of the spring came against Washington State. Through 7 scoreless innings,
Wow.
only 2 hits, but actually did not figure in the decision. So, yeah, that's a tough no decision there, but nonetheless a phenomenal outing. Gave his team every chance to win.
Ross trying to duplicate that here against the Brewers. The count is 2-2, 2 outs in the top of the first. Dooney swings and misses, and Ross retires 3 as we head to the bottom. And the Sharks will be up to hit, still scoreless, here in the afternoon game. Bottom of the first, Brewers Sharks still scoreless, and on the mound for the Brewers is Kyle Carr, the starting 9 for the Brewers. In left, Chris Demjen had a pretty good game, drove in the game-winning runs on Monday. In center is Junior Coleman, in right is Cervantes, and from third to first, Dooney, Ostrander, Wyatt Hoffman, and Kyle Nevin. Michael Campagna behind the plate. And Kyle Carr on the mound, as I mentioned before. The designated hitter is Ryan Cho. And I talked to head coach Matt Burgandy of the Brewers, and I asked him, what's your decision behind putting in Kyle Carr? And he said nothing. He's seen Kyle Carr play. He's confident in him. He's seen him throw pens, and he said, I'm confident that Kyle Carr can give us a good 3 innings. I also asked Burgandy, I asked him, how's the energy behind this team? And he answered with one word, unprecedented. So the Brewers coming out here firing on all cylinders, already 1-0 after a 3-2 win over the Warriors on Monday. Now the
Burgandy can credit himself a little bit. I feel like he brings a ton of energy as the head coach. Sure, it's parlaying to his squad.
As Jordan Andrade steps up to the plate, and that one's in there for a strike. Andrade at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV.
Be a rising freshman there, and that's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Carr down in the zone.
Here's Carr with the 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside. The count is 1-1.
That was 92 on the gun.
So Kyle Carr starting off with some heat here in the bottom of the first. That one right down the middle for strike 2. The count's 1-2. Andrade with the single against the Wave Riders and the Sharks 6-0 shutout on Tuesday in 2 at-bats. As that one's high, called ball 2. The count's even 2-2.
Yeah, so Carr will be a freshman at USD in the fall, facing his fellow rising freshman going to UNLV.
Here's the 2-2 pitch for Andrade. Swung on and missed, and that's the first strikeout for Kyle Carr. In the spring, according to Perfect Game, his fastball around 92 miles per hour. You've seen that on our radar gun, especially with all of our technology here at the San Diego League. I know Mark is going to mention Rapsodo a little later on in the game, as there's one out in the bottom of the first. And that one hits Cody Jeffries on the first pitch that Jeffries faces. He'll head to first, and he's the leadoff runner for the Sharks. That ball got away from Carr, as there's a man on for the Sharks with one out in the bottom of the first. And I mentioned technology. We have Blast Motion Rapsodo on the field. That's that little black box. We'll explain it to you later on in this game. Analytics that help these players in the summer, and they'll take those stats back to their respective colleges, as that one's high and the count is 1-0.
Casper will attend the University of Arizona this fall, hitting third for the Sharks. Nice assignment for a young player, getting thrown right into the mix.
That one misses high. The count's 2-0. Kyle Casper waits, check swing. He went, the count's 2-1.
Yeah, and Casper hit 8th in the Sharks' first game against the Wave Riders. Got a couple hits and, I'm sorry, he got a double, RBI double, and then reached on an error, 2 ABs in that game.
That one's right down the middle. Strike 2, the count's even at 2-2. Kyle Casper, the starting right fielder for the Sharks. Swings, he's jammed. That's a pop-up right to the first baseman, Kyle Nevin. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, curveball at 79. Couldn't do much with it.
As Hudson La Barbera, the starting first baseman for the Sharks, steps up to the plate. Watching him in BP is unbelievable, as all he does is hit balls out of the yard. A lot of pop in his bat. Check swing, that one's in the dirt. Called ball. La Barbera attending Orange Coast College. And I mentioned that pop in his bat, 94 mile per hour exit velo according to Perfect Game. That's in the top 93 percentile of players in his class. As that one's right down the middle and the count's even at 1-1. Had an RBI and 3 plate appearances for the Sharks in their 6-0 win against the Wave Riders on Tuesday, with the man on first. That one right down the middle as the count goes 1-2.
Carr seems like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Good tempo, mixing up his pitch as well. Good breaking ball.
La Barbera, swing and a miss, and that ends the first inning. Great pitching so far as we head to the top of the second, scoreless between the Brewers and the Sharks.
Good. Carr. It's really good. USD needs exactly a guy like that. 89-92.
The main thing is just like with this stuff. So who just finished there? Barbera. So I'd write. Maybe I had no idea. Connor told me. Connor said he's.
Did he not play a lot? Or I don't even know.
40 games as a freshman.
What the fuck is wrong with these kids? Oh, because he wants to be drafted next year. That'd be the only reason. Is it sophomore? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Top of the second between two 1-0 teams. Trying to match the hooks at that 2-0 threshold in the San Diego League standings early on. Michael Campagna at the dish for the Brewers. The catcher was in relief a couple games ago against the Warriors. Pardon me, a couple days ago on Monday.
Campagna up at UC Davis. Graduated from Francis Parker School here, just down the street from USD.
It'll be Campagna, Nevin, and Cho at the minimum. A check swing. That one is in the dirt. The count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Campagna swing and a miss as the count goes 1-2.
That was 89 miles an hour on the outside corner. Campagna couldn't quite catch up with it.
Campagna plays catcher, first baseman, and third baseman, and played for the Hooks last year in the inaugural season of the San Diego League.
I actually once saw him pitch, actually a couple times.
Really?
Had a pretty good split finger.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Campagna. That one just misses outside as the count's even at 2-2.
Yeah, good pitcher's pitch there. Doesn't get the call, but it's a great spot to miss down there.
Campagna said his career sports highlight was back at Francis Parker, going 4 for 4 with the home run and 8 RBIs in a playoff game in his junior season. As that swung on, a pop-up to center. That's actually going to be more towards the infield on the right side, as that one's caught by Andrade, and Campagna is retired for the first out in the top of the second. So Campagna flies out, and up for the Brewers is Kyle Nevin, their first baseman. Kyle Nevin, the son of Phil Nevin, who spent 12 seasons in the major leagues. Attends Baylor down in the Lone Star State, Texas. Swung on and missed on that outside ball. The count's 0-1. A couple guys that are attending school in Texas. We had a Thomas Carter from Texas Tech in our last game in the Warriors 8-4 win over the Wild, and now Kyle Nevin playing at Baylor. As that one just misses outside, the count is 0-2. Nevin started 9 of the 11 games in his first year for the Baylor Bears and had back-to-back 3-hit games in February, .350 average. Here's Ross to Nevin. That one's in the dirt. The count is 2-1. Andrade, the second baseman, playing a little further back as Nevin waits for the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a foul ball as the count goes 2-2. And Mark, what are you seeing early from Brandon Ross?
Yeah, it looks good. Good tempo. Similar to Carr. You know, both left-handers have looked pretty good so far, other than the hit batsman, you know, by Carr. Both have a good feel for the strike zone.
The count is 2-2, 1 out in the top of the second. That one's in the dirt as the count goes full. Nevin,
Ross,
go ahead.
already with a few years of college ball under his belt. Carr, as we mentioned, will be a freshman at USD under Rich Hill, and at least through one inning, he's looking good. And overall, the USD hurlers doing pretty dang good this week so far.
The San Diego well represented in the San Diego League, as that's fouled back to the right side, and we'll do it all over again. The count is still full. I was just going to mention that Nevin was a 2-year letter winner at Poway High School for Coach Bob Perry.
Speaking of that, I think he's wearing his Poway High helmet.
He is.
He's got the P on the helmet, not adorning any Baylor gear. Other than, I mean, maybe his cleats, his batting gloves, but
Could be the Baylor green. He's going from green to green as he swings and pops that one up to right center field. Kyle Casper positions himself, makes the catch, and that's the second out of the top of the second. We saw Kevin Sim wear his Torrey Pines helmet. Was that for the Jets?
yeah, a lot of pride, I guess, in these guys as high schools. Obviously, it's a big time baseball community here. A lot of great baseball. No one can really argue with that.
As Nick Ayala, the designated hitter for the Brewers, steps up to the plate to face Brandon Ross. That one's called strike on the inside. The count's 0-1. That one misses outside. That's actually not Nick Ayala. Nick Ayala is on the Sharks. That's actually number 6, Ryan Cho. So both number 6s, Nick Ayala, number 6 on the Sharks, number 6 on the Brewers, Ryan Cho.
Not only that, both hitting in the 6th spot in the order.
Could be confusing to see.
Cho nonetheless. University of Hawaii at Hilo. Big, strong kid.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled to the right side. As Casper gives chase, but that one goes out of play as the count goes 1-2.
Into the Sharks bullpen.
Couple pop-up tents over there near the bullpen. Sharks players chatting down there, getting ready to play some baseball in the latter innings. As we'll see what Chris Brown, the head coach of the Sharks, does with his pitching rotation. Brandon Ross doing well so far with the start. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Cho. Swung on and fouled to the right side, and we'll do it all over again. Cho attended Westview High School, first team All Palomar League. Also played club baseball for Team California. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Ross to Cho. Swung on and missed as that one's going to go back to the backstop, and Cho is going to get to first after the ball gets away from Peraza.
Strikeout wild pitch. We saw one of those a couple games ago, right, where he had 4 strikeouts in an inning.
The unprecedented 4 strikeouts in an inning. You mentioned someone had 5 strikeout ones, not in the league, but elsewhere. Still trying to find out who that was. I don't think we ever used trusty Google for that. As Garrett Ostrander steps up to the plate for the Brewers, number 1. Man on for the Brewers, Ostrander at the dish. That one misses outside. The count's 1-0. A nice cool day here in San Diego. The sun's still out. Has actually been out since our morning game at 10:05 after it was a bit overcast earlier this morning. Here's Ross with the pitch. That one scrapes the outside corner. The count's 1-1.
Great pitch by Ross. He's been right around the dish the whole game, like we said, as have Carr. Both pitchers appear to know what they're doing.
2 pitchers that look like they've never left. As that one misses outside, the count's 2-1.
Peraza tried with that frame right there. A little too dramatic maybe, but pitch was a couple inches off.
If I was a catcher, I'd try to frame every pitch. Even if the ball was in the dirt, I'd do my best to give it the best frame. As here's Cho. Check swing, but that's in there for a strike anyway, and the count's even at 2-2.
So Ostrander at Cal Baptist, playing shortstop for the Brewers today. Cal Baptist also now a Division I school.
Ostrander was walked once, and the Brewers 3-2 win over the Warriors on Monday. The count goes full. As Ostrander doing a good job at the plate, laying off on a couple pitches. And with 2 outs in the top of the second, Ryan Cho on. The count is full, 3-2. The runner's gonna go. Here's the pitch. And that one just misses outside from Brandon Ross, and Garrett Ostrander will head to first after Ross surrenders the walk. Man on first and second.
And as soon as we say both pitchers right around the plate, we do get our first walk.
as the catcher Peraza will go out and talk to Ross. And it's Chris Demjen at the plate. Had a couple hits on Monday against the Warriors in the bottom of the sixth with the Brewers down 2-1, delivered with a 2 RBI single to put the Brewers in front, and that was all she wrote of opening day as the Brewers went on to beat the Warriors 3-2. Burgandy rewarding Demjen with a spot in the starting lineup. She's batting 8th. That one misses outside. Peraza checking on the runner at first as Cho's going to get to third and Ostrander is going to advance to second. And a ball over the head of the second baseman, Cho. Good anticipation, comes home to score. An errant throw by Kyle Casper to Jordan Andrade. And the score is 1-0 Brewers.
Yeah, so Cho will go to third on that error by the catcher. And then he'll come around, error on the right fielder for the game's first run. When you do those back picks, you better be sure you got a good shot to get him. Obviously don't want to overthrow it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and no, they're going to check on the runner at second, Garrett Ostrander, and he slides back safely. Demjen still awaiting the 0-1 pitch. Ostrander at second after advancing because of the error on the catcher. That one is high but called strike. The count's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Demjen swings and misses, and that's going to end the top of the second. As we head to the bottom of the second, the Sharks are up to hit, down 1-0. Thank you for this, because I missed that. No, I saw that. Can you write down Cervantes, Coleman, Hoffman? If I forget to switch these, just switch them every half of them. Hoffman. Bottom of the second between the Brewers and the Sharks. The Brewers lead the Sharks 1-0 after Ryan Cho came in to score in the top half of the frame. As up for the Sharks is Noah Kagan, number 9. Kagan on the outside corner, called strike. The count's 1-1.
The Brewers have added an arm to their arsenal. Right-handed pitcher Michael Knorr out of Cal State Fullerton has joined the team as Kagan takes a called strike on the curveball, but Michael Knorr ranked number 59 currently on D1 Baseball's top 150 list for the 2021 draft. Knorr is in attendance here with the Brewers, and we talked to him before the game, and he said, you know, beginning of July is when we'll see him in a game, when he'll be ready to throw. So we're happy to have Michael Knorr with us.
More excellent talent here at the San Diego League. Kagan swings, and that one's up the middle. A diving play by Hoffman. Wyatt Hoffman will not get him in time as the throw to Nevin a little too slow as Noah Kagan gets up the line, gets to first, but a great dive over to second by Wyatt Hoffman.
Yeah, great play by Wyatt. Just as impressive as it was to get the ball, popped up really quickly to get a throw over to first, give himself a chance.
Shocked that it was so close. It looked like Kagan would get there in no time, and Wyatt Hoffman, excellent play. Nonetheless, Kagan gets to first. The Sharks have a man on. Nick Ayala, the designated hitter for the Sharks at the plate. That one right down the middle as the count's 1-1. Again down the middle from Kyle Carr, playing well so far as the count is 1-2.
Pretty good looking curveball there.
Nick Ayala plays for San Diego City College. As he grounds that one to right, Wyatt Hoffman is going to look at second, go over to first, and make the out at first. There's one out in the bottom of the second as Noah Kagan advances to second base. Smart play from Wyatt Hoffman, not trying to force anything at second and get the out at first.
Right, might as well give him a look. Also got to try to know the speed of the runner going down to the first baseline.
As the catcher for the Sharks, Angelo Peraza, steps up to the plate with a man in running in scoring position. That one misses high and inside for ball one. Peraza, who plays at the University of San Diego, was walked twice in Tuesday's win against the Wave Riders. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Peraza. That one in there for strike one. The count is even at 1-1.
Pitch was at 88 miles an hour.
Runner at second. As that ball in the outside corner of the plate, the count is 1-2.
That was 91 on the black.
Kyle Carr pitching so well early on in this one. Kagan at second, Peraza at the dish. That one just misses high as the count is 2-1. And Mark, talk about Kyle Carr. Most of his pitches now in the 90s.
Yeah, no, he's upper 80s, upper 80s, low 90s. He's more than fine. Being left-handed, obviously velocity is a major part of today's game, but if you're left-handed and can sit 88, 91, 92, I think you're A-okay.
Swing and a miss by Peraza as Kyle Carr picks up a strikeout, and there's two outs now in the bottom of the second.
That was his third of the game.
Number 27, Emilio Corona, now up to hit. Kagan at second, two outs in the bottom of the second. Brewers up 1-0 after Ryan Cho came in to score at third in the top half of the frame. Swung on and driven to center. Coming in is Coleman, and rounding third is Kagan. Will Kagan get there in time? He will. As number 29 for the Brewers, Kyle Nevin, cut that ball off, checked it first, and Emilio Corona with an RBI single.
Game-tying hit there for Corona.
Both teams have added one to their score here in the second inning, as Hunter Hughes batting in the 9 hole out of McPherson in Kansas, steps up to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss on that breaking ball from Kyle Carr.
Yeah, Corona will be a freshman at University of Washington in the fall, and we were going through the rosters before the game, and it's up to 9 of the 12 Pac-12 teams are represented in the league, at least thus far. Pretty good representation there.
We already mentioned that all Power 5 schools represented in the San Diego League.
Indeed. Big 12, Big 10.
All Power 5 conferences, pardon me, I said Power 5 teams, Power 5 conferences represented in the San Diego League, 115 D1 players in total. The count is 2-1 to Hughes. Corona at first after the RBI single. That one on the outside corner. The count's even at 2-2. Hughes actually played at a community college for 2 years before heading to McPherson in Kansas. Swung on and a chopper to left, foul. The count stays 2-2.
Good battle there. Good 2-strike pitch by Carr. Hughes fouls it off to stay alive.
And after Hughes led the Sharks with 2 hits on Tuesday, Coach Chris Brown rewards him with the start at third base. Swung on and a chopper to right. It's going to stay fair. And tagged out is Kyle Nevin tagging the bag. And we head to the top of the third. It's all knotted up at 1 between the Brewers and the Sharks.
Yeah, you can play. You can play. Yeah.
It's another beautiful day for baseball as we go into the top of the third between the Brewers and the Sharks, 2 teams trying to stay perfect as both sit at 1-0 after picking up wins on Monday and Tuesday respectively. The Brewers beating the Warriors 3-2 on Monday, and the Sharks shutting out the Wave Riders 6-0 on Tuesday. Now up for the Brewers is Justin Cervantes, as that ball's in there for a strike, actually going up against his head coach at San Diego City College, Chris Brown, the head coach of the Sharks. Cervantes played for the Warriors last year and had a couple of doubles and bat .222 in 24 games with 14 hits. The count is 1-1 to number 18 in the 9th hole.
Great spot. Great spot right
just
there.
Misses
Doesn't
outside as the count is 2-1. Both lefties playing well so far on the mound for both Chris Brown and Matt Burgandy. Swung on And a high fly ball to right. Approaching is Casper, and he will make the catch for the first out of the inning. As we go to the top of the order for the Brewers, Junior Coleman, the center fielder, will be up to bat. Coleman, 3 singles on Monday out of Western Kentucky. Went to Patrick Henry High School, where he hit .368 for the Patriots. Coleman lets that ball go in the dirt as it reaches the backstop, and the count is 1-0. Coleman attended Riverside City College before transferring to Western Kentucky. Started only 1 game in the spring before the season got cut short. That one's low, called ball. The count's 2-0. Brandon Ross with the 2-0 pitch. That one misses high and away as the catcher Peraza will go out and speak to Ross. The count is 3-0 to Junior Coleman. Coleman back up at the dish. Top of the order for the Brewers. 1 out in the top of the third. 1-1 is the score. That one's low. 4 pitches, 4 balls, and Junior Coleman heads to first. As Wyatt Hoffman, the second baseman for the Brewers, steps up to the plate. Coleman at first after the 4-pitch walk. The Brewers scored in the top half of the second. The Sharks answered with a run of their own in the bottom half. Ross will check on Coleman as Hoffman awaits the first pitch. There's some action in the Sharks bullpen. We'll update you on that later on in this inning. Swung on and drilled to third base as LaBarbera dropped that one. Almost a double play initiated by Hunter Hughes at third.
Yeah, pretty hard hit liner by Wyatt there. A little unfortunate, and it looked like the ump was prepared to call him out. He had his right arm wheeled up, ready to signal.
Then he saw the ball trickle away from LaBarbera at first.
So 2 outs for Dooney.
Dayton Dooney with a single and a walk, as well as scored a run in the Brewers' win on Monday against the Warriors. Coleman with the big lead at first. That one misses outside. The count's 1-0. Dooney played in the Northwoods League last summer for the Mankato Moondogs. These summer leagues always providing the best team names. Then open the West Coast League at the Portland Pickles. As Ross checks on Coleman. I know minor league baseball has kind of jumped on that train when it comes to very interesting team names. Always fun to glance at all those Class A, AA, and AAA teams.
Makes me want to buy a t-shirt or a hat. Absolutely.
Makes you stand out. It's something that if you're in a crowd and someone looks at your shirt and there's a pickle on it, they want to know why. Dooney's still awaiting the 1-0 pitch. with 2 outs in the top of the third. Coleman at first. He's going to go. And that one is fumbled by Peraza in his glove, and Junior Coleman will be recorded with the stolen base. So the Brewers now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the top of the third. And for everyone watching, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, the guest team are the Brewers, team up to bat right now, and the home team are the Sharks. Dooney still at the plate. That one misses low and away for ball 3, and Dooney's ahead of the count, 3-0. And as a cool breeze blows by, Brandon Ross to deliver the 3-0 pitch. Checks on second a couple times, and the pitch to Dooney. And that is ball 4, 4 pitches, 4 balls, as Dooney heads to first. 2 runners on for the Brewers, with Michael Campagna, number 25, the catcher for the Brewers, up to the plate. Michael Campagna at the dish, 2 runners on for the Brewers. The score is 1-1. That one misses low and away for ball 1.
Ross has got some nice lettuce, by the way. Pretty good flow coming out of the hat there.
A lot of these players do. We saw both of the Jarvis brothers yesterday. Swing and a miss as the count goes 1-1. And what I was going to say is Michael Campagna and I actually went to elementary school together.
Ah, nice.
So know him personally from that. Attended Francis Parker, as he is now at UC Davis. Will be a sophomore in the fall. As Ross checks on Coleman at second. Campagna still waiting for the 1-1 pitch. Yeah, baseball players always have the long flowing hair.
A lot of them like to do that,
yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, the 1-2 punch of Syndergaard and DeGrom, when was it DeGrom that now no longer has it?
I believe that's right. Then you got Cody Jeffries, Sharks shortstop, sporting some good flow as well.
Even Hudson La Barbera as well. Can't see it as much, but it's there.
With the full-on beard, too.
Yeah. 2 on for the Brewers in the top of the third. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Brandon Ross. Swung on and missed as the count's even at 2-2. A big hack by Campagna, as Ross tries to get out of the jam. Coleman at second, Dooney at first. Swung on and fouled back by Campagna as the count stays 2-2. The second game of our doubleheader, with the Warriors beating the Wild earlier today, 8-4. And now 2 teams trying to stay perfect early on in the season. Here on the 4th day of San Diego League Baseball. Campagna waits. 2 on for the Brewers. Ross with the 2-2 pitch. That one misses low into the dirt as the count goes full.
See some action on the base paths now. Runners should be going, will be going. Junior Coleman should score easily, I would imagine, on a base hit. Heck of an athlete out there. Stirring things up as a leadoff hitter, as leadoff hitters should do.
Stole second base to advance to second. Here's the payoff pitch, and that one is low, and the bases are loaded for the Brewers here in the top of the third. Chris Brown going to talk to his pitcher, Brandon Ross. There was some action in the Sharks bullpen earlier. None now, as I think it's just going to be a conversation between Brown and Ross. As head coach of the Sharks, Chris Brown, points to the bullpen. And it looks like there is going to be a pitching change. And when we come back, it's the top of the third inning. The Brewers have bases loaded. It's 1-1. Still the top of the third, the game tied 1-1, and a pitching change for Chris Brown's Sharks as Connor Culp, number 10 from UNLV, comes into the game with 2 outs in the top of the third. The bases are loaded. Culp actually had 3 at-bats against the Wave Riders on Tuesday. Will take a shot on the mound. As that one's in the dirt, and the count's 1-0 to number 29 for the Brewers, Kyle Nevin. Sporting that green helmet that we still don't know if it's Baylor or Patrick Henry.
There's a P on there.
Oh, there is. Okay, so it is
Poway.
Poway,
not
pardon
Patrick
me.
Henry.
Pardon me, that's Poway.
Yep.
The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, as the count goes to 1-1. So it is Poway, but representing Baylor as well.
Similar
with
green.
the extremities as the helmet.
Yep.
Coleman at third, Dooney at second, Campagna at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one in there for a strike. Great pitch by Culp as the count's 1-2.
Very nice breaking ball. Froze Nevin there.
Connor Culp, a shortstop and a pitcher. Plays at UNLV and will be joined by Jordan Andrade, the second baseman. That's a ground ball to the left side. Hunter Hughes thought he tagged the player going from second to third. Dooney looked like he did. He had the ball in his glove, and the umps are going to talk about this one.
Yeah, it should be a tag out.
Right.
I'm not sure how you get confused on that. Otherwise, you can call. Yeah, they got it right. They got it right.
Hughes picked up the chopper
5
on
unassisted
the
on the
left,
putout.
right? Tags out Dooney going from second to third, and that's the end of the top of the third, as we're going to head to the bottom of the third, and it's the top of the order for the Sharks coming up. Yeah, Kyle Carr. Bottom of the third, head coach Matt Burgandy of the Brewers keeping Kyle Carr out there after 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. The score is tied at 1-1. As that one's in the dirt, rolls away from Campagna, and the count is 1-0. We haven't seen a lot of ties during games so far this season. That's something that I've noticed.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. Absolutely, other than 0-0, of course,
Right,
maybe
right.
after an inning or so.
That one's in the dirt. The count is 2-0. I
Right.
mean, earlier today, it was 4-0, and then the Warriors overtook the Wild 5-4. It was never 4-4. In that Jets Longboarders game, it was never tied. Same with the Brewers Warriors. Hooks Wild, the same thing. As that one is high for ball 3, pardon me. Just something to look at. A coincidence in the making. That one's in there for a strike to number 1, Jordan Andrade.
Yeah, that looks like that was at 86. That's looking like a little bit of a cut fastball. My thinking is, when he's sitting mid to upper 80s, there's a little
That's a
bit.
ground ball to right. A chopper that goes straight to Hoffman. He'll throw it to Nevin, and that's the first out of the bottom of the third.
Yeah, good job to getting out there after falling behind 3-0 to the hitter. But yeah, it looks like 86 to 88, 89 might be a little bit of a cutter. And when you're ramping up to 90, 92, either a 4-seam or 2-seam fastball. At least that's what my eyes are telling me, but
You were in major league organizations, so
well, not
I'm
as a
gonna
scout.
trust.
But
I'm
not as a scout.
Still
but
gonna trust your eyes. You've been around baseball long enough. As number 30, Cody Jeffries, steps up to the plate for the Sharks. Swing and a miss as the count goes 0-2 in favor of Kyle Carr.
And I guess the best way to put an end to any debate is just to ask Kyle Carr
Right.
after the game if that's what he's featuring. 2-seamer and a little hard cutter there.
That one on the outside corner called strike 3, and Kyle Carr with his 4th strikeout here in the bottom of the third.
And Jeffries will be seeing more of him in inter squads coming up this fall. Maybe he can learn a few things during the summer.
And that feels so good to say coming in this fall. We have baseball in the summer. We'll have baseball in the fall.
Should be usual fall ball for all these programs, and then season should get underway next spring.
Check swing. That one's in the dirt. The count is 1-0. It's just nice to hear that baseball is back. I think that's what I'm getting at.
Absolutely. It's great to see games being played in Korea initially.
Yeah.
That was nice to see on TV. Nice pitch.
That one in there for a strike. The count is even at 1-1 to number 29, Kyle Casper, who's in right field for the Sharks today. Live baseball on a sunny day. Could it get any better than that? Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one down the middle for a strike, as the count is 1-2.
Yeah, that was 92-mile-an-hour fastball, so Carr's still maintaining his velo.
The highest strikeout count in the league so far is 5. Can Kyle Carr match that? Yes, he does. As we head to the top of the 4th, the Brewers up to bat. It's all tied up at 1 apiece. Top of the 4th, Brewers up to hit. Connor Culp back out there for his 2nd inning of work.
And Cam alluded to it earlier. We do have a black box on the field between the pitcher and the catcher. That is our Rapsodo technology, measuring velocity, spin rate, among other things for these pitchers. And they get detailed reports of their numbers after the game, and we also share them with their college coaches as that misses for ball 1. And that little box is in play. Should the ball hit it, the ball's in play. Now if it hits it and rolls foul prior to the bag and is touched foul, then it is a foul ball. But other than that, it's part of the game.
As that ball misses low and away for ball 2 to Ryan Cho.
And I mentioned this during the morning game, but I did talk to Grant Holman yesterday after his game, and he's now pitched and hit in a game, and I asked him if he's even noticed it while he's in the box or while he's on the mound. He said nope, didn't even notice it, so that's a good sign.
These pitchers not phased at all, as that's a swing and a miss from Cho, and the count's 2-1. And it seems like everyone's really getting their bearings. This is game 2 for Every's team. This is the final 2 teams to take part in their 2nd game of the season. After 3 months without baseball, everyone getting a little more comfortable out there on the baseball field. That ball gets away from Peraza as the count goes to 3-1. Cho scoring the game's only run for the Brewers, as the score is tied at 1 between 2 teams looking to stay perfect through 2 games. Here's Culp with the pitch. Swung and a high fly ball to left, a liner that goes straight into the glove of Emilio Corona, and that will represent the 2nd out of the top of the 4th. Pardon me, the 1st out of the top of the 4th.
Kind of a fun stat I just looked up with Kyle Carr being done for the day after his 3 innings. We've now seen 7 USD pitchers, and they've combined to have a sub-1 ERA thus far.
Wow.
A sub-1 ERA, and that's about 20 innings of work combined. May have to put that out on Twitter for the world to see. Try to get one of those big smiles from Rich Hill.
Probably already smiling right now.
If he's been watching, I
Right.
would assume he's smiling.
It's the University of San Diego showing out, as well as all the other D1 schools and the players representing them. As that one's in there for a strike, the count is 1-1. Oh, a sub-1 ERA.
How about that? Actually, I'll get you the exact number in a second. Just had to check one more thing here.
Swing and a miss by number 1, Garrett Ostrander. The count is 1-2. Mark doing some math. Getting back to your, what is it, high school, college days? Studying mathematics?
Yeah, so a .89 ERA
Wow.
for USD hurlers. How about that?
And after
20
this,
and a third innings.
After this pitch, we should read those names out. The 7 names, as it's the strikeout for Connor Culp, and that's the second out of the top of the 4th. Was that
Yeah, we have Connor Thurman. We got Jack Dolak, Jack Hyde, Jake Miller, Sashin,
James Sashin?
Kyle Carr, and Eddie Pelk. Pretty impressive start for USD hurlers.
And 5 of the 7 of those guys going 3 innings pitched, as that ball is inside, call strike, as the count is 0-1. Culp with a strikeout already this inning, and that's a ground ball up the middle for number 9, Chris Demjen, as he picks up his 3rd hit of the summer season.
Demjen out of San Francisco State. Nice to get hit on the board after a strikeout in his first plate appearance in the second.
There's 2 outs in the top of the 4th in the second game of our doubleheader between the Sharks and the Brewers. Culp with the first pitch to Justin Cervantes as he drives that ball to left, a high fly deep ball, and that one's going to go foul out of the reach of Emilio Corona.
A little bit ahead of that one.
Cervantes at San Diego City College, maybe a sophomore in the fall, as Culp checks on Demjen. Some speed on Cervantes, 4.9 from home to first, 4.9 seconds that is. Here's the pitch from Culp, swing and a miss, as that's strike 2 on Justin Cervantes. And a lot of guys coming back for year 2 of the San Diego League. Of course, Cervantes played on the Warriors a year ago and now on the Brewers. Demjen at first. Here's the 0-2 pitch, as Culp is going to check on Demjen, throw it over to La Barbera, and the count is still 0-2. Demjen with the lead at first, as Culp sees what I see and checks on Demjen. Good tag applied by La Barbera, but Demjen gets back to the bag in time. Out of UNLV, Connor Culp on the mound for the first time this summer. That ball is in there for a strike as Connor Culp picks up another strikeout, and we head down to the bottom of the 4th with the Sharks up to hit. This game's all tied at 1. Bottom of the fourth, all tied at 1 between the Brewers and the Sharks. New pitcher for Matt Burgandy's Brewers. It's Dean Olson out of the Stevens Institute of Technology in New Jersey. Played at Westview High School, a 2.00 ERA over 14 innings pitched. 2-to-1 strike to walk ratio. Mark, I know you love those.
Yep.
And his opponent's batting average, 170 over one varsity season at Westview. Hudson La Barbera to lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Sharks. And what an outing for Kyle Carr. 5 strikeouts and really commanded the strike zone, only allowing 1 run.
Very impressive from Kyle Carr. Add him to the list of USD pitchers who have fared well thus far.
As that ball's in the dirt, trickles away from Campagna, and the count is 1-0. Carr had a single on Tuesday, and now a great outing here on Thursday. Olson at the mound. Barbera to the left side, picked up by Dooney over to Nevin as that one bounces away from Kyle Nevin. But La Barbera will be safe at first. It looked like Dayton Dooney bobbled the ball at third, which gave La Barbera the time to get to first.
That's Paul, our official scorer, giving an error.
As Noah Kagan at the plate. That ball is in the dirt. The count's 1-0. One in the bottom of the fourth. 1 on for the Sharks. That one inside, as Kagan did not go, and that's ball 2. The count is 2-0 to number 9, Noah Kagan. That ball just misses outside. The count's 3-0. Kagan with 2 walks and 3 plate appearances, against the Wave Riders on Tuesday in the Sharks 6-0 shutout. Plays at San Diego State. That one on the outer half part of the plate, called strike. The count's 3-1. La Barbera at first after the error. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Campagna holds, but Kagan goes to first anyway after the walk. The Sharks have 2 on here in the bottom of the fourth. As assistant Dylan Ty steps out to the mound to talk to his pitcher Olson. Nick Ayala will be the next batter for the Sharks, as they have 2 on here in the bottom of the fourth. Ayala getting some words of encouragement, some information from his coach Chris Brown, the third base coach. Both coaches participating on the field as well, the assistant at first and the head coach at third. A full-fledged effort to get baseball back. And luckily, baseball is back in San Diego. 2 on for the Sharks. Ayala at the dish. Shows bunt. He's going to bunt. That's to the right side. Going to first is Olson. And he's out there as Olson gets the man out at first. The man out at second. That's Noah Kagan.
Actually, nice play to get one of the lead runners. Easiest thing to do would have gone to first, but made the right decision to get an out at second, although he still has to deal with runners at the corners.
1 out in the bottom of the fourth. We were wondering when we'd see our first bunt.
Yeah,
and that is the first.
We jinxed ourselves.
First bunt of the summer. We had our first homer of the summer yesterday. As that one's low to number 16, Angelo Peraza, the catcher for the Sharks. In a 1-1 ball game, runner at the corners, Peraza at the dish. Swings on that one, fouls it off to the right side as the count's even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Peraza. That's a strike called on the inner half of the plate. The count is 1-2. Both teams scored in the second inning, one apiece. A swing up the middle. A great play by Hoffman.
Wow.
Swings it back. Is that a double play? No, it's not. Not in time. Over to Kyle Nevin. What a great play by Wyatt Hoffman to flip it up to Garrett Ostrander.
And that safe call obviously cost the Brewers a run there as the Sharks take the lead. Run scoring from third. Just an outstanding play by Wyatt to get to that ball. Flip it to the shortstop.
It's hard to pay attention.
Umpire might have missed it, but
hard to pay attention.
very close
to
play. Very close play.
Hard to pay attention to the run that crosses home when Wyatt Hoffman is diving and flipping it with his glove. As the Sharks lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. Number 27, Emilio Corona. That one low, called strike, as the count is 1-1. Wyatt Hoffman already with 2 incredible plays there at second base, both diving to his right side. That one called strike on the outer half of the plate. The count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Corona. That ball's high. The count's even at 2-2. Swinging a foul ball. Looks like it went off the helmet of Michael Campagna behind home plate. Well, actually off the mask of Campagna as the count stays 2-2. Matt Burgandy out to talk with Campagna. Always tough love from head coach Matt Burgandy. The Sharks lead the Brewers 2-1. Runner at first, as that one's high and the count goes full with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. La Barbera crossed the plate to make it 2-1 Sharks. As Olsen tries to get out of the inning, the runner goes swing and a miss, and Dean Olsen does just that with a strikeout as we head to the top of the fifth. The Brewers up to hit. The score is 2-1 Sharks. Top of the 5th. No changes in the lineup for either rotation, as Dean Olson staying on the mound for the Sharks. Top of the lineup for the Brewers, Junior Coleman, the center fielder. Led opening day players with 3 hits. That one is in the dirt for ball 1. The sun is out, the wind is blowing, the dogs are barking here at San Diego Christian High School on the campus of the Shadow Mountain Church. As that one misses outside, the count's 2-0. Coleman awaiting the 2-0 pitch from Dean Olson. Low and in the dirt. The count is 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike as the count is 3-1. A pitching duel thus far between 2 of the top teams in the league, the Sharks and the Brewers. Swing and a drive to center field as Junior Coleman will get on with the leadoff single.
4th hit of the young season, coming in 2 games, also has a walk.
Junior Coleman used to being on base so far.
I'd say he batted 9th in the Brewers' first game.
Did he? Now he's
leading off.
As Wyatt Hoffman steps up to the dish. Made an incredible diving grab, flipped it up to the second baseman in the bottom of the 4th. As Olson checks on Coleman. Olson again checks on Coleman, the speedy Coleman at first base.
It's Wyatt looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first, lined out to third in the 3rd inning.
Coleman at first, Olson again checking Coleman. That one was very close as La Barbera applied the tag, but Coleman back to first in time.
Thought for a second that La Barbera was asking for a review, but we do not have that technology, at least yet.
Yeah, well, live baseball's back. That's all we need.
Exactly.
We'll get reviews much later. Let's not worry about that right now, as that one's inside, called strike. The count is 0-1. Wyatt on the Brewers with his brother Quinn. Both started in the infield in their win over the Warriors on Monday. Swinging a foul to the left side as the count is 0-2. Wyatt Hoffman at the University of the Pacific, son of Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman, trying to bring the Brewers back. Olson, his 4th time checking on Coleman. Could be his 3rd. I've lost count at this point. I don't think Junior Coleman will think about stealing after the plethora of times that Dean Olson has checked on him at first. As
Good
that one
there,
just misses, the count is 1-2.
Wyatt maybe got lucky there with, could have been a called 3rd strike, so we'll see if he can take advantage of his survival at the plate.
As Hoffman calls time. Dooney on deck. Coleman at first. Sharks lead 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Olson again checking on Coleman. I know we have a broken bat counter for the San Diego League. Might even have a checking on first counter for Dean Olson to Junior Coleman, as that's up to 5. That one is on the outer half of the plate for strike 3 as Wyatt Hoffman is retired and Dean Olson picks up the strikeout. Dean Olson doing well on the mound so far for the Sharks. Pardon me, that's Connor Culp, as Olson is the pitcher for the Brewers. Both have that long flowing hair. That's my bad. It's come to my attention. I've been saying it wrong all inning. I apologize to everyone watching in the Colt party, as that one misses low and inside for ball 1. It's 248 guys. Maybe 250. It's 248 plus that we need to know in this league. As the players are getting their bearings, so are we here on day 4 of the San Diego League. Connor Culp out of UNLV on the mound. Culp checks on Coleman. So the count is still 1-0. Dayton Dooney at the dish. Culp looking for an inning-ending double play, as that one misses outside. The count is 2-0. Time is called. Score is 2-1 Sharks. The Sharks scoring in the bottom half of the 2nd and the 4th, and the Brewers led off the scoring with a run in the top half of the 2nd frame. Swinging a ground ball to the right side by Dooney. That one goes in the outfield. Coleman is going to head for 3, and he'll get there, as that's a single for Dayton Dooney, which sends Junior Coleman all the way to 3rd.
Yeah, the speed of Coleman, figured he'd get to 3rd pretty easily.
And there's a reason Culp was checking on Junior Coleman so much. You saw his speed getting from 1st to 3rd. As there's one out in the top of the 5th, the Brewers threatening. And Michael Campagna at the dish for the Brewers. Culp checks on Dooney. Swinging a drive, high fly to deep right center. The catch is going to be made by Casper, and coming into tag is Junior Coleman.
Nice job by Michael Campagna. Put a good swing on it, got good wood on it, drove it deep, allowed Coleman to score easily on the sac fly. Very nice job.
The score is all knotted up at 2.
Cleanup hitter should be driving in runs. Home run would be nice, of course, but you take the sac fly and you tie the game at 2-2.
Campagna with an opposite field sac fly, scoring Coleman. There's now 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Dooney still at 1st. That one scrapes the outer half of the plate as the count is 0-1. Nevin in that Poway green on his helmet at the dish. The score is 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to the left side, Hughes corrals, throws it over to La Barbera, and that's going to end the top of the 5th. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, the Brewers tie it all up at 2. We'll see you in a few.
All right, we're back here, bottom of the 5th inning, with Hunter Hughes going to lead off for the Sharks, and he'll face a reliever, new reliever from the Brewers, Brian Marquez, University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
Attended Rancho Bernardo. As Hughes will take that pitch inside for ball 1.
86 mile an hour on the inside corner.
Marquez previously attended the University of California, Irvine and Fullerton College. Swing and a miss from Hughes as the count's even at 1-1. One of the few players in the San Diego League that attends the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. As Hughes swings and misses, the count is 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is high, the count even at 2-2. At Rancho Bernardo, Marquez threw 2 no-hitters in 1 season. Swinging a foul ball to the right side as Hughes was jammed. The count stays 2-2. It's pretty impressive. A lot of people don't even get 1 no-hitter. Marquez with 2 at Rancho Bernardo High School. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt as the count goes full.
Good job by Hunter here, working the count full. Also fouling off a 2-strike pitch.
The lefty Brian Marquez strikes out Hunter Hughes as that's the first out of the bottom of the 5th. And up at the plate for the Sharks, the top of the lineup, it's Jordan Andrade. A swing, and that's a pop-up from Andrade. And that one's going to go foul on the top of the third base dugout. Campagna and Dooney chasing.
That was going right for Burgandy's head.
Ha!
It's a good thing there's a roof on that dugout.
Burgandy at the University of San Diego, the head coach of the Brewers.
So I would assume he's happy for all the USD pitchers, even those not on his team, at that .89 combined ERA in the league thus far.
Familiar with Kyle Carr, his starter today. He threw 5 strikeouts through 3 innings pitched. As that's a ball to Jordan Andrade. Andrade committed to UNLV, be heading there in the fall. Andrade, ground ball to left, over to Dayton Dooney, spins, throws it over to first, and coming off the bag is Neville. Trickles to the cages, right outside the cages, and Andrade will be on with the single.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough play, but that's going to have to go as an error.
Over the head of Nevin.
As Andrade reaches base for the first time today after a strikeout and a ground out. And that brings up Cody Jeffries of USD. Hit by a pitch in the first inning and struck out looking in the 3rd.
Jeffrey swings and misses for the first strike. Jeffrey's at shortstop for head coach Chris Brown and the Sharks. Two plate appearances in the Sharks' 6-0 shutout win against the Wave Riders as he fouls that one off to the left. The count is 0-2. Andrade at first, with Cody Jeffries at the dish. As that one just misses inside, the count is 1-2.
Yeah, maybe a little up as well with that breaking ball. as Jeffries joins the San Diego League this summer after playing for lacrosse of the Northwoods League last summer. Gets to stay home, if you will.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes, swung on a pop-up to the left side in foul territory. Andrade going back to first as that one gets past Nevin, but Andrade will stay at first after that pop-out by Cody Jeffries.
Yeah, good throw. Probably would have had him, but the wild throw does not advance him, so no harm, no foul, no error on the play.
As Kyle Jasper steps up to the dish for the Sharks. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The score all tied up at 2.
Casper hitless in his first 2 plate appearances today. A pop out to first and a strikeout looking in the 3rd. Casper had a RBI double in the Sharks' first game 2 days ago.
Two outs in the bottom of the 5th. That one's low. Campagna looking over at first. Andrade gets back. The count is 1-0 to Kyle Casper. That one misses inside. The count moves to 2-0. .5:15 Pacific time. The sun is out. A slight breeze here at San Diego Christian High School. Swung on and driven up the center over the head of Wyatt Hoffman. And that'll be a single for Kyle Casper.
Second hit of the summer for Casper, just over the reach of Wyatt's head. As 2 on and 2 out for the Sharks as they look to take a lead with a 2-out hit from La Barbera.
La Barbera scored their first run in the bottom of the 2nd. Trying to knock in a couple more for the Sharks. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Marquez. Scrapes the outside part of the plate as the count is 1-1. Two men on for the Sharks. La Barbera at the dish. Swing and a miss as the count is 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one called strike 3, and that'll end the 5th inning as we head to the 6th. All knotted up at 2.
What's that? We are back for the top of the 6th inning. Game tied 2-2. Culp is back out after 2 1/3 innings thus far.
As the Brewers are up to hit, it's Ryan Cho. And a change for Chris Brown and the Sharks. At third base, Hunter Hughes out, Michael Kubiak in. That one's low, called ball 1. The count 1-0 to Cho.
Brought up earlier about having a tie game. Obviously the Sharks had taken the lead briefly, but they were unable to get the shutdown inning in the top of the 5th, so we're back at 2-2.
In there for a strike from Culp, as the count is 1-1. Low called ball 2. Andrade playing a little further back at second base. As it's 2-2 in our second game of our Thursday doubleheader. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Culp. That one misses low and away, the count 3-1.
Peraza doing a fine job trying to frame these pitches. Dragging those outside fastballs or curveballs back to the corner of the plate.
Not fooling the ump so far, but
yeah,
his efforts are worthy. Swung on and fouled to the left side into the Brewers dugout. That one heading straight for Matt Burgandy as well. As the count moves full. The Brewers tied it up in the 5th and trying to do more damage here in the 6th. Swung on in a foul ball that
fielded by the home plate umpire.
Right.
Throws to no, never mind. Hands it back to the catcher to. Wonder if that's ever happened in a baseball game where an umpire just something glitches in his brain. He thinks he's playing in the game, picks up the ball,
pulls out
throws it to first.
Pulls out a glove out of his back pocket. The count is full. Cho at the dish. That one is called strike.
Very nice breaking ball there.
And another strikeout for Connor Culp.
That is 4 on the day for Culp.
4 for Culp out of UNLV.
Actually, the first swinging. He had 3 looking prior to that one.
As number 1, Garrett Ostrander steps up to the plate.
He's given up 3 singles in his outing, but Brewers not able to do too much against him.
That one on the outside half of the plate called strike. The count's 0-1. And it's interesting to watch these two-way players, one like Culp, who batted in their win against the Wave Riders, now pitching. It's interesting to see their mechanics on the mound after watching them at the plate.
Good pitch there, just missed. Thought he might have got that call.
Count is 1-1 with 1 out in the top of the 6th. And for everyone watching, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, the guest team are the Brewers, the team batting, and the home team are the Sharks. That one is low for ball 2. Counts 2-1. The breeze has picked up a bit. I'm not going to say it's chilly because I feel like everyone on the East Coast, or where it is actually cold and probably below 60 degrees, is going to get on me about that. So
you did get one funny look from one of our summer staffers. But you know what cold's all about.
Yep.
Going to Syracuse University out in Syracuse, New York. I actually looked at Syracuse.
yeah,
Almost went there, ended up deciding between there and Boston University, and chose to become a BU Terrier.
chose to be an animal over a piece of fruit. Or some would say a color. No, Otto
Is
the
it a
orange.
color or
Otto
a
the
fruit?
orange. No, it's the fruit
Okay.
because of the mascot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hockey, the big thing at BU. No baseball team. There may be a club team there now, but hockey was the big sport there. Football actually ended right before I got there.
As that one is low and away for ball 4, and Garrett Ostrander will take first. Yeah, hockey huge on the East Coast. Obviously, being from the West Coast, you don't see a lot of hockey, a lot of club teams, but no high school teams. And then you head over to the East Coast, and that's one of the biggest sporting events.
Absolutely. There's a big hockey rivalry between Boston University and Boston College, and we obviously have a big-time Boston College pitcher in the San Diego League, and Mason Pelio on the longboarders with Dylan Smith.
That one called strike to Chris Demjen. The count is 0-1.
But yeah, that hockey rivalry out there gets a little crazy. It's ruthless. At least it was when I was there. Maybe things have softened up a little bit, but we do not like BC.
I doubt it. BU-BC. I feel like it's always been a rivalry and will always stay one.
And no matter who we play in hockey, we always chant BC, and I'll just say stinks. I won't say the other word, not that it's that bad, but no matter who we play, it's always BC stinks.
And it looked like La Barbera got him, and he did, as Garrett Ostrander is out at first. And finally, Connor Kolp gets a runner at first after trying Junior Coleman 5 times. A great tag by La Barbera. And now no runners on. 1 out in the top of the 6th. And Demjen works with the bases empty. Pardon me, 2 outs. Swung on and up the middle, as that's going to go to Andrade. He's going to move to his other side.
Nice play.
Throw it over to La Barbera, who stretches out, makes the play, and that's going to end the top of the 6th. As we head down to the bottom of the 6th, the score all tied at 2.
What number is he? What's that? I want to text it to Scott, but I'll wait till I gotta wait. Yeah, I'm sure Eric's already called him, but I'll make sure. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Oh, Kurt Kenny like that USD tweet pictures. Kenny, Kurt. He needs to come back out. Wait, what? Who did? Wait, who?
Kagan, Ayala, and Peraza, the minimum to face the new pitcher for the Brewers. That's Santiago Gomez out of San Diego City College, another guy, against his head coach, Chris Brown, who's the head coach of the Sharks, as well as the head coach at San Diego City, attended Point Loma High School. Kagan at the dish. That one just misses on the outside. Ball 1, the count's 1-0.
Nice pitch there. Might have missed a little up, I guess.
Hey, your best guess is mine, as Gomez delivers the 1-0 pitch. swung on and missed by Kagan. The count goes 1-1. Day 4 of San Diego League Baseball. We got a good one between the Sharks and the Brewers. That one is low, called ball. The count is 2-1. Bottom of the 6th, both of these teams scored in the 2nd inning. And then the Sharks took the lead in the bottom of the 4th. Brewers came right back in the top of the 5th. It's 2-2. Two teams trying to stay perfect. As that one is high, the count's 3-1 to Noah Kagan. Gomez, 31 strikeouts in high school before attending San Diego City, as a swing and a miss by Kagan brings the count full.
Nice pitch on the inner half there. Kagan couldn't quite turn on that. Pretty exciting game here. Probably the best game we've seen, maybe, other than the back and forth battle of the Jets and longboarders, but more of a pitcher's duel today, of course, as that one was 9-8, and Kagan gets the walk.
Kagan out of San Diego State. San Diego City on the mound, San Diego State at first.
We got a pinch hitter here, number 13.
Number 13 is Connor Bell. He played in Game 1 against the Wave Riders. Had a single as well as a walk. Plays at Cal State Dominguez Hills. Will be heading there in the fall. Runner on first. Bell, the pinch hitter for head coach Chris Brown of the Sharks, as Campagna takes time and goes to talk to his pitcher, Santiago Gomez.
I like that by Campagna there. Maybe needs to settle him down just a little bit here.
A guy that just came into the game. Campagna, a few words of encouragement. And now we're back to baseball as the count is 1-0. Bell taking the place of Nick Ayala in the designated hitter spot. That one is high and inside from Gomez. The count is 2-0. Gomez seeing his first action in the San Diego League. The score is 2-2 between the Brewers and the Sharks. That one right down the middle, good frame from Michael Campagna to make it 2-1. Kagan at first after the walk. Bell takes that one for strike 2 as the count's even at 2-2. Clear skies, a beautiful day for baseball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled off by Bell to the right side, and we'll do it all over again. Bottom of the 6th in the second game of our doubleheader. Bell watches that ball go low as the count goes full. Kagan at first. Gomez already surrendering a strike as he faces his second batter of the game. Surrendering a walk, pardon me. Here's the full count pitch. Kagan goes. That one's fouled off to the backside by Bell. The count stays full. Gomez to Bell. Kagan goes, swing and a miss. Campagna throws from his knees. And Kagan is safe as the tag was applied by Ostrander. At shortstop, Matt Bergani is going to go out, most likely to talk to the ump about that call.
Almost a strike him out, throw him out.
It actually looked like Ostrander got him in time. Maybe Kagan's leg got to the bag before Ostrander was able to apply the tag. I think that's what.
We'll trust the ump on this one, as he was probably about 10 feet from the play, and we were,
trust
I
him.
don't know, 150 feet away, but it might have been the right call. Looked like the throw bounced, may have brought his glove up in the air, slide, got underneath the tag. Obviously a pivotal stolen base here with a runner in scoring position now that represents the go-ahead run.
Tie ball game at San Diego Christian High School on the campus of the Shadow Mountain Church. Here on a beautiful Thursday evening. Runner at second, one out. As that one is high.
And you could see that on the video, but also impressive about that throw is Campagna threw from his knees there.
As the pinch hitter for the Sharks is Ethan Castro-Cloyd. Cloyd with a single in the Sharks 6-0 win against the Wave Riders. Swings on that one, pops it to right, foul, giving chase is Nevin, and that one goes out of play. Cloyd will be a sophomore at Cal Berkeley in the fall. With one out in the bottom of the sixth. That one's in there for strike two as the count is 1-2. Tie ball game, Kagan at second. Cloyd at the dish, trying to put the Sharks out in front. That one misses inside for ball two. The Dogs representing our fans right now. No fans in attendance, of course.
But someone let the Dogs out. Who? We don't know, but someone did.
There's the song reference I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I've been a little slow today. I need more of
Kagan
those.
steals third. A bouncer from Campagna. And Kagan will get to third in time. A stolen base recorded at number 9 of the Sharks. As Cloyd strikes out, swinging. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth.
This is number 7 now.
Nate Gadara. Gadara, 5 plate appearances against the Wave Riders. Scored a run, was walked 3 times. Out of San Joaquin Delta College here in California. Here's the pitch from Gomez. That one misses high and away for ball 1. Nate Gadara, a pinch hitter for Chris Brown and the Sharks. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Campagna to keep Kagan at third. Count is 2-0 in favor of Gadara. The 2-0 pitch from Gomez. Right down the middle as the count moves to 2-1.
Man, yeah, if you ever want to hit a perfect pitch on a 2-0 count,
That's the one right there.
that might have been it. Runner in scoring position, representing the go-ahead run, 2 outs. I think I personally would have taken a hack at that, but that's all right. We'll see if Gadara can get another one. Drive him in.
Big gap up the middle. As that one's on the outside corner, the count is 2-2. I think I'd take a hack at any ball thrown my way. Again, why I'm broadcasting this game and not on the field.
Do you even know if you're left or right-handed
I'm
in the batter's box?
Right-handed.
Oh, right-handed. All right.
But who knows? I could never hit a ball right-handed. Might have to switch to left and see what happens.
Right.
Kagan at third, bottom of the 6th. That one just misses outside. The count's full. So Kagan will go no matter what. We'll have a lead from third. And Gadara with the opportunity to put the Sharks in front in the bottom of the 6th. Like I mentioned before, big gap up the middle. Swung on and missed. Great pitch by Santiago Gomez.
Strikes out the side.
Right, and we head to the 7th inning. This game's all knotted up at 2. Top of the 7th. The score all tied at 2 between the Brewers and the Sharks. As there's a pinch hitter for the Brewers, number 7, that's Trevor Dean from San Diego Mesa. As that one misses outside from Culp out of UNLV, the count is 1-0.
All knotted up at 2.
It's going to be a great finish here at San Diego Christian High School. As that ball misses away, the count is 2-0. Dean attended Rancho Bernardo High School. As that one's low and away for ball 3. Here's a 3-0 pitch from Culp. Dean is not given the green light as he lays off on that strike. The count is 3-1. That one is in there for strike 2 as the count goes full. A great battle so far between Culp and Dean. There's a 3-2 pitch. That's a chopper right to the shortstop, Jeffries. Jeffries is going to bobble the ball, lose it, and Trevor Dean is going to make it to first safely.
Yeah, it looks like we do have a defensive replacement for Jeffries out at short.
Right, pardon me,
Like
that's number
Austin
4.
Kretschmar.
Austin Kretschmar, number 4, played in right field in the win over, pardon me, that was a different Kretschmar.
That's the Dartmouth Kretschmar.
Right, this is the Stanford Kretschmar, both Kretschmars.
Spelled differently.
Right.
But that's a big leadoff hit there for Dean as we get to the top of the order, and the hit machine, Junior Coleman, up now.
4 hits already in the summer. That one on the outside corner called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Connor Culp. Misses outside. The count's even at 1-1. Another replacement in the game for the Sharks. At second, coming in for Andrade, is Jack Allen. Chris Brown switching up 3 of the 4 in his infield as the catcher's going to check out the runner at first. And the count is 1-2.
Right, Kubiak entered last inning at third base for Hughes.
Kretschmar is at short and Jack Allen at second. Dean at first. The score is 2-2 in the top of the 7th. The count 1-2 to Coleman. A check swing, did he go?
Looked like it.
He did,
Yeah.
as that's a strikeout for Connor Culp.
Yeah, Coleman chases that breaking ball down and away.
And Mark, after that strikeout, let's just mention how great the pitching has been. Of course, all the hitters trying to find their bearings. First time playing baseball in about 3 months. But Mark, how good has the pitching been?
Yeah, it's been really good. And like you said, like we've been saying, it's going to take a little while for these hitters to catch up to the pitchers. You know, and they will, as Wyatt Hoffman steps into the plate.
As that one is a pop-up to the left side. 3 Sharks converging in foul territory, and that one is dropped as it will be foul.
Yeah, actually went off Kretschmar's glove, but the glove was in foul territory, rolled fair. Wyatt ran down the base to first base just in case, as he should, but it was actually touched in foul ground, even though it ended up fair. But yeah, the pitching here has been outstanding, and right, it may even out a little more with the hitters, but you know, we mentioned earlier, you know, we got another pretty good arm who's coming to the league in the Brewers, in Michael Knorr out of Cal State Fullerton. He's the number 59 ranked prospect according to D1 Baseball for the 2021 draft. Obviously, rankings fluctuate very much, and we're almost a year away from next year's draft, so many things will change, but an exciting player, exciting pitcher in Michael Knorr joining the league and the Brewers team.
Well, you know the experts always want to prepare for the next draft.
Absolutely, and we hope to have scouts out here soon to be able to scout these guys, start getting their reports going, although they are watching on this live stream, presumably.
Right. As that one's on the outside part of the plate. First strike 2, the count's 0-2. So Dean back at first, Hoffman down in the count 0-2, and Dooney on deck with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Brewers 2, Sharks 2. Wyatt Hoffman swing and a miss, and Connor Culp. That's consecutive strikeouts.
That's his 6th of his outing.
The top number right now in the San Diego League in strikeouts. Multitude of guys with 5, and now Connor Culp leading the way with 6. As Dayton Dooney steps up to the dish for the Brewers. Culp steps back as Dooney will await the opening pitch. Trevor Dean at first. Dooney takes that ball inside and low for ball 1.
Dooney looking to get on base for the 3rd time today. After first inning strikeout, he walked in the 3rd, base hit to right in the 5th.
2 outs in the top of the 7th. That one's low and away for ball 2. The count is 2-0. That one low and away, called ball 3, as the count is 3-0.
Yeah, looked like a pretty good pitch. Didn't get the call. As Michael Campagna waits on deck for his chance, should Dooney get on.
Dean at first. That ball just low. 4 pitches, 4 balls to Dayton Dooney as Dean goes to second and the Brewers have 2 on in the top of the 7th.
And head coach Chris Brown out to the mound.
It's been some action in the Sharks bullpen. Will he make a pitching change? That's the question. Talking to Connor Culp. 6 strikeouts for Culp. And Chris Brown deciding to keep Culp out there and let him finish this inning out. Brown showing faith in his relief pitcher with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Two on, Dean at second, Dooney at first. Campagna at the dish, trying to put the Brewers out in front. That ball right down the middle for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Culp. Campagna check swing. That's a called ball, as Campagna did not go, and the count even at 1-1. It's been a long day of baseball, a fun day of baseball in our second game of our doubleheader. The Warriors beating the Wild earlier today, 8-4, and this game tied at 2. Campagna swing and a miss as the count goes to 1-2. And you can tell Campagna definitely wants that pitch back. Two outs in the top of the 7th. 2-2 is the score. The count is 1-2. Dean at second, Dooney at first, swing and a miss. Connor Culp records his 7th strikeout as he gets out of the first and second jam, and we head to the bottom of the 7th, all tied up at 2. Santiago Gomez back on the mound in the bottom of the 7th for the Brewers. as number 2 Michael Kubiak comes up for the Sharks. That one's low for ball 1. The count's 1-0. Gomez pitching a scoreless inning in the 6th. The score tied at 2 apiece. That one is low but called strike. The count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kubiak. Called strike 2. Good pitch by Santiago Gomez. Kubiak lets that one go, and that's strike 3, as it's a strikeout picked up by Santiago Gomez to retire the first hitter in the bottom of the 7th. As number 31, Jack Allen, who just checked into the game, is now playing second base for the Sharks. We're all knotted up at 2 here on our Thursday evening game. As that ball is low, the count is 1-0. And what a game it has been. Both teams scoring in the second inning. The Sharks taking the lead in the bottom of the 4th, and then the Brewers tying it all up in the top of the 5th. Swung on, and that is a low ball. And what a catch made by, I think that is a new player out there for the Brewers, the right fielder for the Brewers, number 7, diving in and making the catch. That's Trevor Dean. Off that flare to right field, Trevor Dean diving, reaching his glove out to his left. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Great concentration by Dean in right. As Allen is retired. Gomez with the pitch, and that one's driven to right field. Number 4 for the Sharks. That's Austin Kretschmar, their shortstop. Kretschmar past the long stretch arms of the first baseman Kyle Nevin. And the Sharks have 1 on here in the bottom of the 7th.
A light schedule tomorrow, by the way. Just 1 game. We're going to have the Sharks and the Wave Riders. Sharks will be right back out here as the visiting team. Wave Riders the home team. That's at 3:35 tomorrow. Just 1 game tomorrow, Friday.
That one fouled off to the right side for strike 1.
And then on Saturday, to complete week 1, we'll have the Hooks versus the Wild and the Jets versus the Brewers.
The Hooks 2-0. The only 2-0 team right now. One of these teams will join the Hooks at the top of the San Diego League standings. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by Allen. There's the check on Kretschmar. He gets back to first safely. Campagna from his knees yet again. And the count is 0-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. La Barbera on deck. If Kretschmar is able to, or pardon me, if Allen's able to get on base. That one's fouled back. The count stays 0-2. A beautiful day. The flowers are blooming.
The sun is out. We got a few go-to lines here, all right? Slight breeze.
Right. As that one's fouled off to the left side, and we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, Gomez has done a nice job here after a leadoff walk last inning. Struck out the side. 2 quick outs. Did give up a hit to Kretschmar, but trying to get out of it right now.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Jack Allen. That one's high. Campagna checks on it first.
To Casper, actually.
Pardon me, that's Kyle Casper. Allen wearing 31 on the Sharks. Kyle Casper 29. Casper started in right field, is still there. As Kretschmar's at first. Casper swings and misses, and that'll end the 7th inning as we head to the top of the 8th. It's going to be a fun final 2 frames here at San Diego Christian High School. Brewers and Sharks all knotted up at 2. Top of the 8th, the Brewers and the Sharks all tied at 2. New pitcher in for the Sharks. That's Ricky Tibbett in Game 1 for the Sharks in their 6-0 shutout against the Wave Riders. 3 innings pitched. Picked up the win. 3 strikeouts. As that one's a fly ball to deep right. It's going to head toward the corner, and that'll drop in the corner for number 29, Kyle Nevin, as he will head to second base with a leadoff double for the Brewers.
Yeah, I think that actually a ground rule double. I think that bounced over the fence, or maybe went around the edge of it. Nonetheless, leadoff double for Nevin.
And the Brewers threatening early. Peraza chatting with his new pitcher, Ricky Tibbett. Tibbett out of San Diego State University. An excellent relief performance in their win over the Wave Riders on Tuesday. A pinch hitter up for the Brewers, Trevor Tishenkel. Tishenkel checking in for Ryan Cho. San Diego State pitching to Cal Berkeley. Runner on second, that's Nevin. Swing and a chopper up the middle third. Here's the play, and La Barbera stretches, and they get Tishenkel out. As Kretschmar approached that ball, threw it over to La Barbera, and that's the first out of the top of the 8th.
Called him out, but the base umpire is going to consult with the home plate umpire just to see if he pulled his foot, and they're actually going to overrule the call and keep him at first base. So
a single.
Yeah, we'll go an infield hit there.
As La Barbera stepped off the bag, supposedly.
I think they got that right.
I think they did too. It looked like he was stretching a little too far. As Nevin goes second to third, and the Brewers runners at the corners with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Pardon me, no outs in the top of the 8th. For Garrett Ostrander. That one is right down the middle for strike 1. Ostrander, one plate appearance on Monday. Possibly his biggest plate appearance of the summer so far. Runners at the corners, the Brewers have a chance to take the lead in the 8th inning. A swing and a foul ball to the right side as the count goes 0-2. A ground rule double to start the top of the 8th for Nevin. Gets to third off a single by Schenkel. Here's Ostrander. That one's high for ball 1. It counts 1-2. The Longboarders came back against the Jets. The Warriors come back against the Wild. These are the pressure situations that all coaches and players love. That's a swing and a miss from Ostrander as a strikeout for Ricky Tibbett, his 4th of the summer.
Big strikeout there. And now he's one pitch away from a double play and getting out of the inning. That was huge. And we got number 2 now for the Brewers. Luke Denos.
Luke Denos played for the club team, the San Diego Show. Runners still at the corners. Tibbett needed that last out and got it. That's swung on.
Is
and
it
that's
deep
a high
enough?
fly
Is
ball
it
to
deep
center.
enough?
Is it deep enough? In comes Nevin. Will he get there? Sliding head first, he does, as Schenkel will go to second. And that's a sac fly to put the Brewers up 3-2 in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have to give an error to the center fielder. The runner advanced to second, but I don't think he was going to go. He wasn't going until he saw the throw get past the catcher, so that'll have to be an E8 on the play. 2 outs. And still a runner in scoring position for Dean.
Trevor Dean at the dish. To Schenkel at second. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. The Brewers lead 3-2. Swing and a miss from Trevor Dean. Good pitch from Tibbett. We had a couple 1-run games on opening day. The Brewers were actually in that game in a 3-2 win against the Warriors. And then the Longboarders beat the Jets 9-8. And with 2 outs in the top of the 8th, the Brewers lead 3-2. That one's a strike on Dean. The count is 0-2. Trevor Dean, a .289 average during 2 years of varsity at Rancho Bernardo. Could deliver the game-sealing hit for the Brewers. That one's in there for strike 3, and Ricky Tibbett gets out of the inning, only giving up 1 run. The Brewers take a 3-2 lead. It'll be the Sharks up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. The Brewers take the lead in the top of the 8th. New pitcher for Matt Brigandi's side, Benjamin Aguilera of Corbin University in Oregon. Hudson LaBarbera fouls that one back as the count is 0-1. Almost a Clayton Kershaw type of pitcher. As his leg goes up, goes back down, then he delivers the pitch.
Yeah, a little slight hesitation in his delivery.
The count is 1-1. LaBarbera crushes that one to left, but it's going to veer foul, and the count will go 1-2. Yeah, LaBarbera has enough pop in that bat. It's just a question of he can get it fair, and we haven't seen anyone clear the wall to left. That wall about 10 feet tall. Fence is in center, 405 to the left and right, about 325. As that ball's in the dirt and the count's even at 2-2. Aguilera attended Vista High School, 11 strikeouts, and a 1-1 record over one varsity season. Here's a 2-2 pitch to LaBarbera. That one again in the dirt. Trickles away from Guthrie, the new catcher, and the count goes full. So a change made at pitcher by Matt Brigandi and a change made at catcher. Benjamin Aguilera on the mound and Guthrie behind the plate. Here's a 3-2 pitch. That one's high, and the Sharks have a leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 8th. As Noah Kagan, the center fielder for the Sharks, steps up to the dish with a man on, as it will be a pinch runner for LaBarbera at first.
Trying to see that number. Let's see.
We will give you an update on the pinch runner at first once we're able to see his number. Aguilera with the pitch. That one is high and outside for ball 1.
Yeah, apologies. Just trying to schedule a haircut appointment now that barbershops are open. Got distracted, I admit.
Understandable. Got to get a fresh cut to come out here for the ballpark and broadcast some more games, as that one is low and outside, as Guthrie will check on the runner at first. He's safe.
Close call there.
Counts 2-0.
Still need to bring our binoculars.
Yeah.
Text me later, remind me. Oh.
From what I can see, that's number 15, Nico Diaz. There's a pinch runner coming in for LaBarbera after the walk. That one a slow pitch in there, off speed for strike 1. The count's 2-1. Still no outs. 1 on for the Sharks, down 3-2 after the Brewers took the lead in the top half of the frame. That one just misses outside as the count goes 3-1. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as the count goes full to Kagan. Diaz at first, representing the tying run. Kagan at the dish. Swings, and that's a High fly ball to right. That's going toward the corner. It will drop as Diaz advances to second, and Kagan will be on with the single. That ball drifted toward the foul line. It was right in the middle of the outfield.
Yeah, it dropped right in. Diaz couldn't go full go, obviously, to get to third. He had to wait to see that it did drop, so he's got to stay at second.
And who needs binoculars when you can see the numbers from here?
That's true.
Saves us the what, $10 on Amazon? I don't know, I've never ordered binoculars before.
We got Bell coming up to the plate, who struck out in his first plate appearance in the 6th.
The first pitch from Aguilera to Connor Bell. That one is high and inside for ball 1. And what a finish we're going to have here on our second game of our Thursday doubleheader. The first game ending 8-4 in favor of the Warriors. The Warriors scoring 8 unanswered against the Wild. And the Brewers up by 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Swung on and missed by Bell as Aguilar evens the count at 1 apiece. And you wonder what's going all through all these kids' heads, as this is a tight game between two 1-0 teams 4 days into the San Diego League season. Bell watches that off-speed pitch fall in for strike 2. The count's 1-2.
Not quite an electric atmosphere here today, obviously. I think we mentioned that on opening day, joking around a little bit. But if there were fans, I imagine it'd be quite electric here. 1-run game in the 8th inning.
We hope that you're making noise behind your screen on the live stream. Swung on in a foul to the right side. Giving chase is Nevin, and he will get there.
Very nice play.
As Diaz stays at second, and great play by Kyle Nevin, almost running into the outside of the batting cages as there's one out in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, very nice play. Obviously a ballpark he's probably not too familiar with, so to be able to find the fence, find the ball, make the catch, and he actually quickly spun and threw it over to third base just in case Diaz was tagging. Pretty good defense today, huh?
Yeah. Only 5 runs combined put on the board.
Wyatt Hoffman with a couple nice plays. Andrade with a nice play.
Here's the first pitch to Cloyd. Swing and a miss, as that's strike 1 on Ethan Castro Cloyd. For 3 months without baseball, you can see the talent amongst everyone on the field. Aguilera, as that's a ground ball to left. Dooney over to second base.
Wow.
And that's
Huge,
a double
huge.
play. What a double play for the Brewers. They needed it as we head to the top of the 9th. The Brewers still up 3-2 on the Sharks. Junior Coleman leading off the top of the ninth. Brewers lead the Sharks 3-2. Ricky Tibbett back on the mound for the Sharks in this tight game in the final frame. That one just misses inside, ball one.
Junior Coleman on base a couple times today with a walk and a base hit up the middle. Look to make it a 3-for-5 game.
The count is 1-0 to Coleman. Tibbett again misses inside. The count's 2-0. It'll go Coleman, Hoffman, and Dooney at the minimum. That one misses high as Tibbett finds himself behind the count 3-0. In the battle to stay perfect, here's Tibbett. In there for strike one, the count's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Coleman swings a ground ball to the left side. That one picked up by Kubiak, fired over to first, and got him in time.
Close play.
Yep. Junior Coleman didn't think he was out, and the entire Brewers dugout thought the same.
It was close.
Got caught in Kubiak's glove a little, fired it over to Dean, and there's one out in the top of the ninth. Pardon me, that's Gadara at first. So Kubiak to Gadara for the first out in the ninth inning as Wyatt Hoffman steps up. The Brewers leading 3-2. That one's high to Hoffman. It counts 1-0.
Looking for his first hit of the day. He's got an 0-for-4. 2 strikeouts. Did hit the ball hard though one time. Lined out to third in the third.
Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball to center as Noah Kagan makes the play, and there's 2 outs in the top of the ninth. So Hoffman flies out, and now it's Dayton Dooney, the last chance for the Brewers to get some insurance runs on the board here in the top of the ninth.
Nice peaceful Thursday afternoon. Into evening
right.
here.
Birds chirping, gotta love it. Sun shining. That one's
Here we go again.
For strike one.
Here we go again, Cam. We've seen the ending to this movie before.
The scenery is too nice not to point out. The count is 0-1 to Dayton Dooney. Swing and a miss as the count goes 0-2.
God, forgot my vegetable.
Oh, there it is.
Earlier today.
There it is. It's around dinner time. Mark getting a little hungry in the ninth inning. Pulls out a full-on bell pepper. Here in the top of the ninth. The count.
Eating it like an apple.
The count 0-2. Dooney swings a high drive ball to right. Dayton Dooney touch them all. The Brewers lead the Sharks 4-2. Here in the top of the ninth, Dayton Dooney adds an insurance run for the team that is 1-0 and looking to take the outright lead in the Land Division.
The orange bell pepper.
Had to add some luck to it.
No doubt. The rally pepper.
I like that. Our commissioner giving us that one, the rally pepper. You ate that like an apple.
I did.
Yep. Full
but
on.
Now I think I'm just going to peel off the rest. I don't have a knife to cut it up, so.
Dayton Dooney, the second home run of the summer, as he drilled that one to deep right field. That one's low and inside as Mark cleaning off his hands of
I brought my
bell
own paper
pepper.
towels.
Not even napkins, paper towels. As that one's in there for a strike, the count is 1-1.
Juicy.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Jammed and fouled to the left side. Reagan Guthrie out of Regis University after Dayton Dooney goes yard to put the Brewers up 4-2. Guthrie takes that ball high. The count is 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes the left fielder for the Sharks, and that one is caught. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Rally Pepper, as well as Dayton Dooney, put the Brewers up 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 9th, winding down this beautiful Thursday night.
You gotta say something. I've never seen a bell pepper eaten like an apple.
Brewers lead the Sharks 4-2, 3 runs unanswered. Mark's still laughing because of his bell pepper. I have never seen a pepper eaten like an apple before. That's
Yeah, well, you know.
I hope I never see that again. You might turn around the pepper and eat the other side
They
like an
ever
apple too.
Do a sequel to Dodgeball. You know, when the commentators go, I have been to the Great Wall of China, and I have this, and this, but I have never seen a bell pepper eaten like an apple on ESPN The Ocho.
Oh, it's been a fun Thursday doubleheader of baseball.
We'll try to be serious here for this potentially last half inning.
New pitcher for Matt Burgandy and the Brewers. It's Octavio Sanchez. He picked up the save in their opening day win against the Warriors. What is it? Southwestern Community College. That one a strike. As the count is 0-1 to Gadara. You've even got me tripping up my words. The pepper is still sitting there. I can't get over it. But it is the bottom of the 9th. It's been a great day of baseball as that ball is outside. The count is 1-1.
And Dooney is a University of Arizona product. Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman played some college ball at University of Arizona, so maybe we should call it the Hell's Bell Pepper.
Oh, it's tough to concentrate. The count is 2-1.
Oh, man. Woo. We'll be here all week.
That one in there for a strike.
And next week.
And next week and the week after and the entire summer. Don't think this will ever change. These.
The hell's bell pepper?
Oh. I think Wyatt Hoffman would appreciate that at second base. Is the 2-2 pitch to Gadara, swing and a miss, and that's the first out of the bottom of the ninth, and the first out, or the first strikeout for Octavio Sanchez. As Michael Kubiak at the dish for the Sharks. One out in the bottom of the ninth. The Brewers can take the outright lead in the Land Division and move to 2-0 and drop the Sharks to 1-1. The count is 1-0 to Kubiak. Don't reach for the pepper again. Kubiak might want it though, as that one is low and inside. Give Kubiak some of the power of the pepper.
The power of the pepper.
The Sharks sure hope that Kubiak can get on base with one out in the bottom of the ninth. That's a blooper over the head of Wyatt Hoffman, and Kubiak does just that as he gets to first base. A liner to right center with one out in the bottom of the ninth. And coming up is Connor Culp. Culp 7 strikeouts in this game on the mound. Chris Brown giving him the opportunity to bring the Sharks back into this one at the plate. One long ball and this one's all tied up. It's the bottom of the ninth and a tight one between the Brewers and the Sharks. That one in there for strike one. The count's 0-1. (4-2) Brewers here in the bottom of the ninth. Swinging a ground ball to left. Dooney loses control of that ball as it rolls into foul territory. And into third is Kubiak as Connor Culp with a single, and the Sharks have 2 on here in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, I think that'll go as a base hit. That was a tough play deep behind the bag on the line. So a couple hits here after the first guy gets out, and Austin Kretschmar from Stanford University steps in with a chance to continue this thing.
Culp representing the tying run at first. That last ball off of Dooney's glove and into the outfield as Kubiak all the way from first to third. And Culp at first. That one on the inside part of the plate. First strike one. Mark trying to give the power of the pepper to Austin Kretschmar. .6:34 Pacific time here at San Diego Christian High School. That one is driven to right center field. In comes Kubiak to score. And the Sharks cut the deficit to 1 as they trail the Brewers 4-3. And it's going to be an exciting finish here in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, looks like the rally pepper now working for the Sharks.
Now
gave an insurance run to the Brewers. Now it's actually a true rally pepper. Probably not a rally pepper for the Brewers. Just an insurance run, but true rally pepper for the Sharks.
And I know you bring your bag of carrots to most games, but with what's happening with the bell pepper right now, you might need to invest in a bell pepper farm. Bring them over here a bit more.
Well, the problem is a bag of carrots is roughly the same cost as one orange bell pepper. So I think it'd be more efficient to get a bag of carrots, which will last me 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days, as opposed to one bell pepper that's going to last me 10 minutes. you know.
Yeah, but look at the luck it's giving these teams. Also, you can get sliced bell peppers. You don't need to.
I leave it to them. If they want to buy orange bell peppers, it's on them.
Runners on first and second. Culp representing the tying run at second. Octavio Sanchez on the mound. And it's Kretschmar that represents the game-winning run at first. Kyle Casper at the dish with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Casper swings on that one, a ground ball to left. That's going to go to second, Hoffman to first, and he's safe. The game will continue as Kyle Casper beat out the throw, and the Sharks are going to have runners on the corners with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. That was a very close play at first. Nevin fully stretched, Hoffman to Nevin. But Casper shows speed down the line. And with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, runners on the corners, 4-3 Brewers. Can the Sharks complete the comeback, or will the Brewers be 2-0 at the end of it all? That ball's high for ball 1, the count's 1-0. Culp at third represents the tying run. Casper at first represents the game-winning run.
Would love to tell you the crowd's going wild, but there is no crowd.
As that one is low for ball 2. It's Nico Diaz, who was the pinch runner for La Barbera. Just an inning ago. What a game it's been. And what a finish we could have. As that one's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The count's 2-1. 2 one-run finishes on opening day. We haven't had one since. Until now. The Rally Pepper is out. The Sharks 1 run away from tying it all up in the bottom of the ninth. That one just misses outside. The count is 3-1. Shadows have overtaken the mound here at San Diego Christian High School on the campus of the Shadow Mountain Church. Could have an effect on Sanchez. That's a swing. That ball gets by the catcher. Culp stays at third as Casper advances to second. A close call for the Brewers.
Yeah, I think they'll have to go as a pass ball, as now the potential winning run is in scoring position. We got a full count. 2 outs. How about this finish?
First home run yesterday, first bunt today. We could also have our first walk-off today.
There is a base open, meaningless runner. You don't have to give him something good here.
The runners will go. Nico Diaz, that ground ball to the left side and over to Nevin, and that's going to end it. The Brewers are 2-0 and have the outright lead in the Land Division. A tight game came down to the wire, and it's Dayton Dooney's home run in the top of the ninth that decides it for Matt Burgandy's Brewers. The Sharks drop to 1-1, and the Brewers beat the Sharks 4-3. What a day it's been. It started with the started with the Warriors beating the Wild 8-4 earlier today, and the Brewers pull off the win against the Sharks in a battle of 2 undefeated teams, 4-3. For our VP of Marketing, Mark Rogoff, I'm Cameron Ezair. We'll see you tomorrow at 3:35. Only one game, but don't fret, we'll be here all summer.